Hey y'all, today on the farm it is a brisk November morning, mid-November. If you will recall on my last video, the transmission went out on the 8530 just as I was getting ready to rip all my wheat land with a deep V-ripper. That's a subsoiler. That's what we do to maximize wheat yield here in South Georgia. We rip ahead of it, and that's going to be a hyper expensive repair, and it's going to take a significant amount of time. So that time, as it transpires, will pass by the time that you can plant wheat. It'll be too late to plant wheat by the time that tractor's fixed. So gotta adapt, gotta change, gotta keep moving. Wheat has to be planted, and that's in essence why farmers keep things in bushes. A lot of y'all joke around about farmers having stuff off in the bushes. Well, today we're going to show you why farmers keep old equipment in bushes. Because I can't pull that massive V-ripper because the tractor that is strong enough and big enough to pull it is down, we had to go to the bushes and get out an old scratcher. And to pull the scratcher, I've put the clamp-on deals on the 4430 so I get enough traction. And we're going to rip 160 acres of wheat land with this old Polk scratcher and an open cab tractor in mid-November. Not looking forward to it, but it's got to be done. First things first though, we got to go over this scratcher, get it ready to roll. There's a missing point on the other side, so we got to see if anyone within a reasonable driving distance has antique points for this. And the actual foot over there that has a missing point is broke, so we got to, it's broke right at the spot where the point would bolt, so we got to drill it for the new point, and that's going to be a fun process, but I think we can drill that. Get it drilled, get a point mounted on it. We've already started yesterday getting a few things ready before I put the clamp-on deals on, so we gotta get everything ironed out and get it ready to roll. And holy moly, we just cover a whole lot of ground with a old workhorse. Spring metal is much harder than traditional metal. It'd be much easier to drill through this than this. Having a lot of difficulty getting enough pressure to go through. It's dulling the bits off pretty quick, but even so, if applying enough pressure, it's just pushing me away. So we got to find a way to put more pressure on the drill. We can't drill a hole in that spring metal, so next best thing, we're going to weld the point, the tip to the shank. I got the shank off. We're going to weld the point to it. It's not something that we use obviously ever. I've used that implement once about 8 years ago in a garden. We've never used it on the farm. It's been in the bushes waiting on a day like today. So we're going to weld the point to it instead of bolting it up. Meanwhile, my brother-in-law has called me and offered another option. As an option some of y'all are gonna be excited about. Some of y'all have been asking about this for a very long time, requesting it, wondering why there's not a video of it. And today, if we can make it happen, we're gonna make it happen. This is a tractor that's been in the background on a number of videos. A lot of comments been made about it, but y'all have never seen it run, never seen it in action. And it just so happens, of all the tractors on the planet Earth, all tractors in existence, I have more time in the seat of this tractor than any other tractor ever made, ever in existence. I've driven this tractor more than any other tractor there is. And it ain't been driven now in a very long time. It's been parked for at least 5 years, if not longer. We're gonna see if we can make the 8970 run again. We got a bunch of batteries. It takes a bunch of batteries. We got a bunch of batteries up there on the charge. I'm just pull around here and put air in all the tires, make sure they're all up to proper pressure. Check the fluids. See what all else needs going over. And we're gonna bring this baby back to life and hook it to the 11-prong subsoiler. It's gonna take some time to charge all the batteries up on the 8970, so while that happens, we're gonna go ahead and start chisel plowing with the 4430 so we don't lose any time. Go ahead and start working, because 8970 might not even work at all. We don't know, so we don't wanna lose any time waiting to find out. So we're gonna go ahead and start with the 4430. And Dad's bringing it across on the first pass, trying to see how everything's gonna work. He actually has experience with the chisel plow and the 4430. I do not. So he's trying to make sure we got it all dialed in. Why you never, ever sell your old equipment. It will get your butt out of a bind when that new equipment leaves you sitting high and dry. All equipment's gonna fail at some point, but the older equipment is 30 or 40 times more reliable than the new equipment. So yeah, with the new equipment I can get more done in a day, but with farming you're always working with a small window of opportunity, and if that new equipment's broke down during that small window of opportunity, you may miss the crop, you may miss the opportunity. So that's why you keep old tractors that are non-ECU compliant, so pre-tier 1 compliant ECU, so all mechanical. There's no computer controlling the tractor, it's all mechanical. You keep a mechanical tractor, you keep an old implements for it in the bushes. You keep that stuff around, and when your butt's on the line, when you're at the pinch, it will save you 100% of the time. That's what we learned today. It is gonna be a really long, cold day tomorrow if that 8970 don't get going. I'm super hoping this time tomorrow I'm filming a video for y'all about the 8970 pulling that massive big V-ripper buried in the ground. But if not, we're gonna do what we gotta do, and I'm gonna keep on rolling on the 4430. I thank all y'all for watching. Hope to see you next time. If you do ignore my advice and decide to sell your old equipment, call me first.